Раз. Доброго времени суток, друзья. Продолжаем играть в Hogwarts Legacy. Так. Так, вчера мы тут собирали доказательств. Так. Т. Так, что у нас тут? Давайте по заданиям сейчас. Так, на карту. Так. Так, карту мира. Ага. Давайте прыгаем и сейчас посмотрим, что там у нас будет. Так, у нас еще и снаряга заполнена. Так, ладно. Давайте сейчас тогда Hogwarts. Сгоняем. Так, сейчас там все эти вскроем, которые нам неизвестны. Одежка. Так, тут у нас... Так, у нас тут все доварилось. Так. Так, теперь снарягу. Так. Что тут по шарфам у нас? О, 90 ж. Так, ну в принципе, думаю, пойдет. Так, теперь на карту Хоксмита. Сейчас заторгуем.
any more cozy than Hogsmeade.
Так, не туда побежал.
You're back. Nice to see you again.
Так, вот это ставим пока. Угу.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
А вот теперь прыгаем на задание. Так, нам сейчас надо с кентаврами потрещать.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Давай.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs? Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
Угу.
Once we tell them about the Snidgets, they'll understand why we came and they'll want to help. I hope you're right. Perhaps they'll be able to tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving. I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience. That's exactly the right word. I just... never mind. What is it? It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide. Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock.
Угу.
And Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig asked that I not speak of it yet. Goodness. Well, that certainly helps explain a bit about what we saw back at Horntail Hall.
Угу.
Of course, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. Even the centaurs won't know. We'll simply be honest with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they? Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
Угу. Ну вот они пришли.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continue to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Во-во-во, да вы слушайте.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Could it be? In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Пошли уже.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all. I am too. It is a shame how quickly he left. What was his name? Doran. That's what the leader of the herd called him. Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
О, то есть ты сваливаешь, да?
Loud as a Halt! Confringo! Let me out! Levioso! Confringo!
Мгм. Так, с этими разобрались.
When I set about my
Glacius! Confringo! Finger! Bombarda! Expelliarmus!
You're a snitch.
Glacius! Confringo! Finger! Bombarda! Confringo! Did you learn that in your fancy school?
You. Just how many witches and wizards? Want me to address you as troll killer?
Your poaching days are over.
Так. По пути заодно с браконьерами разбираемся.
Confringo!
Revelio.
Да не бойтесь, вас я пока трогать не буду, гиппогрифа.
Here's one of those tables Professor Shah mentioned.
Ну-ка, давайте-ка. Дракон. Ага. Так, задание. Ну давайте тогда уж чё, блин. Нам теперь только задание там дополнительное ждать. Так, сюда ставим точку, сюда прыгаем.
You can't imagine how
Так, сейчас, секунду. Чат на всякий случай проверим. Угу, все, чат работает. Зашибись. Испытание. Ага. Инферналов. Маска карающего волка. Так. Пауков добить. Ага. Дуэльные уловки надо. А, испытание Мерлина. В Хогвартсе. Так.
Was before I invented flu powder.
Wouldn't mind a plum job at Gringo. Suit me, sit around all day.
Так. Пробейте щитовые чары с использованием древней магии, да?
Revelio.
Угу. Так, давайте единорога сейчас еще раз поймаем. Идем.
Off on another adventure, are we?
My body is worse than my bark.
I'll get that goblin helm back. Hopefully by rummaging your corpse. What's that? Enjoy stealing hippogriffs, do you? That's all you are. Your little son that saves me. You must have sap running through your veins. I know you don't balk at the dark arts. Marvelous strike! You've heard quite enough of our practice.
You disappoint me.
To get
Mastered Expelliarmus, haven't you? Ah! Slippery little drake, aren't you? Tricky little cape flapper. I know all about you and your violent streak. Clever.
Potato!
Well, oh, too hard.
So, the hunt begins.
Да блин. Хух-хух-хух.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Где это я? А, ну все правильно, правильно.
Glaciers. Upright. Fringo.
Let's play predatory.
Or stupefied. Finger. Bombarda. Glaciers. Confringo.
finds him.
Confringo! Time to teach someone a lesson!
Confringo!
Expelliarmus! A lucky shot! Confringo!
You die for that.
Incendio!
Hey, that's mine!
Crucio!
Hardly felt it. That ought to warm you up.
Сгорел. Так, ну все. Эту еще дуэльную уловку выполнили.
Always got me wits about me. Show you. Yo there! Stop! Let me out some.
The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now.
О, там паучок. Да, блин, не то.
No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm.
Опля, еще одного поймали.
I'll look after you. Revelio.
Так, ну что теперь нам? В комнату. Угу. Так. Пошлите сейчас единорогов разводить. Так, мы вроде бы единорог. Единорог у нас вроде бы здесь живет.
Revelio.
Ага. Вон он и. Так. Давайте сейчас. Угу. Все. Так, сначала пойдем со всех все соберем, а потом уже будем. Угу. Так, с этими пока, думаю, хватит.
Revelio.
Так, давайте еще пурпурную жопу разведем. И фистралов еще. Так, ну-ка попробуем что-нибудь улучшить. Угу. Так. У нас тут до 3-го можно. Так. Дрог-дрома... Рога. Угу. Так, ну что, теперь... Так, я ж так и не достал эту болтрушайку. Нас тогда... А, это лунтеленок здесь. Где-то здесь же болтрушайка у нас была. Нюхлер. Пушишка. А болтрушайка куда у нас смылась? Нюхлер. Пушишка. Пурпурная жаба. Гиппогрифа. Лунтеленок. Единорог. Лунтеленок. Но, вот сюда надо. Ща мы наловим птичек.
What are you up to now?
Worth a look. Ha ha! Time to teach someone a lesson. Levioso!
Professor Howard,
Incendio! Would you like me to put Levioso?
Revelio. Revelio.
Угу.
Accio. I'm not going to hurt you. Revelia.
Так.
Settle yourself. I mean you no harm.
Ну чё тогда сейчас? Хогвартс обратно. Выручай комнату, там эту болтрушайку сейчас скинем. Пущай плодятся. А мы там...
Dick thinks you should be proud of all.
Так. Так, у нас получается 2 лантиленка. Нормально. Так, где? А, в инвентарь надо же, да. Так. Вот этого заберем.
Everything's all right now.
Вот так, все. Пошлите болтрушаек теперь разводить. Так. Так, еще раз смотрим, что у нас тут есть. Ушивки. Так, дирекол. Ну, мне, получается, жмуры нужны. Константин.
Знакомая рожа. Это не твоего брательника в прошлой игре я завалил.
Пиар-менеджер. Вы сейчас на моем стриме бесплатно пиаритесь. Так, ну ладно, мы пока вот здесь сейчас гиппогрифа увеличиваем численность, пушишки, и вон там дирекола. Угу. Так, ну-ка давайте-ка сейчас. Диреколов у меня больше нету. Значит, тогда вот это Так, Хоксмит. И сейчас тогда продадим всех, кого насобирали, кого разводили.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
О. О. Блин, эти кошки меня прям прикалывают, блин, вот это. Какой у них голос, блин.
Come in. Sorry if there's a smell. New batch of toad-hide. I'll not mind seeing you here again. Consider yourself welcome.
Угу. Так, ну чё, тогда по заданию. А. Карту. Ну-ка, давайте-ка. О. Опять тут сыграем. Ну давайте. Кто там у нас? Чемпион по этим играм. О, опять эти двигаться будут. Наверное, уже. Ну чего? Давай
Hello.
играть.
Are you here for Summoner's Court?
That I am. Don't expect to be as lucky here as you were in Crossed Wands. Speaking of which, care to play a match?
Давай.
Of course, Charlotte.
Then may the best summoner win.
О-хо-хо. Не хаты.
Precisely as planned.
Не-не-не. Блин.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio. Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio. Precisely as planned.
И как бы тебя сейчас сместить-то?
Such grace. Finesse. Didn't I say I adore competition?
Так, извиняюсь, отойду.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Так, ну все. Давайте еще раз
Absolutely.
переиграем.
Don't count me out yet.
Нас
That's the
разнесли.
spirit. Accio. Precisely as planned. Accio.
А, черт. Ну ладно.
Such grace. Finesse. Accio.
Так, ну-ка давайте-ка попробуем вот так вот.
Accio. Nice technique. Accio.
На нее 80. Нет. А, зараза, снова упал.
Such grace. Finesse.
Да, еще.
Hard luck. Care for another round?
Да, давай.
Absolutely. Don't count me out yet.
That's the spirit.
Давай, ходи.
Accio. Precisely as planned. Accio.
Так.
Accio. Precisely as planned.
Есть. Ага. Выбили.
Sting me with a billywig. I'll never top that. Accio. Precisely as planned.
Ну, я все равно уже в победителях.
Nice technique. Wow, you are good.
Ну, то. Иногда хорошо получается, иногда нет.
I'm not too proud to admit when I've lost. Where did you learn to play like that?
Тренируемся.
I practice as much as I can.
Practice, eh? I suppose I could try that. Well, you've only one opponent left now. I won't say more than that, but let's just say he's the best for a reason.
Хорошо. Так, куда теперь надо? Угу.
Welcome back.
Ну давай.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. We'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
Так, давайте теперь... Забыл, с Натти же надо поговорить. Сейчас ходим, посмотрим, что там.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented blue powder.
I have been meaning to speak with you.
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
Но не зря.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. and it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but it became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
Do you think taking down the Ashwinders will avenge your father's death?
No. Vengeance is not what drives me. My father would not want that. He and my mother raised me to believe that it is a privilege to be able to fight for those who cannot. I know there is risk involved, but I feel it is worth it. I am glad you seem to think so too.
Ладно.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed. Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Чё, все, что ли? На, сюда. Ну, давайте уж по Хогвартсу пробежимся. Пивс. Новый год настает. А, у них же там, блин, забыл, у них же там Рождество.
I thought I could count on my friend.
Ну давай потрещим.
Pardon me. Is everything all right?
No, it's not. We only had 2 bells to go, but she just had to go and spoil things.
I'm afraid I don't follow. Who spoiled things? Also, what bells?
Professor Black ordered Mr. Moon to take down the bells in the bell tower. Said they were giving him a headache. Those bells are a part of Hogwarts. I wasn't about to let that happen. So, I asked my friend Adelaide to help me put them back. We've always been a duo of sorts, Adelaide and Evangeline. Addie and Evie. Anyway, it was going swimmingly until Black started asking questions. Then she wasn't comfortable with our rule breaking. Now I'm stuck, unable to tell which bell goes where.
Так, извиняюсь. Так, давайте.
Is it really that important that the bells go back up?
Is it really that important? They're part of the school's history. Those bells likely told a young Merlin that he was running late to charms, or called Ignatia Wildsmith to dinner. We can't simply fiddle with history. We're meant to be its stewards.
It's certainly an odd decree, even for Black. Taking down the bells for a headache.
I agree. I thought it might also have been that they interrupted his hourly naps. That's all he does in his office, you know. But then I heard... Can you keep a secret?
I can.
I heard from Alice, who heard from Ollie, who heard from Eugenia, that it's because the bells reminded him of his wedding day. Breaks out in a sweat every hour on the hour. But mum's the word.
Perhaps I could help put the bells back up.
Really? Oh, that would be wonderful. The bells are in the bell tower just above the music room. You're certainly of more help than Adelaide.
I imagine the bells are just inside the bell tower.
Ладно. Пошлите главному директору малеху еще насолим.
Revelio. The bells must be upstairs. Alohomora. Revelio. Ah, found them. I'll have to get those up there somehow. Wingardium Leviosa, perhaps. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa.
Воу, воу, воу. Ёп. Пришибу кого-нибудь там же.
Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa.
Ну, тут вроде как бы все. Давайте. Сейчас сундучок еще вскроем. О, неизвестный наряд. Статуя жмура.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Так, нет, не люмус, а вот это возьмем.
Reparo.
Ага.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Leviosa. One up, one to go. Leviosa. Deposit.
Ну давай, спускаемся.
Leviosa. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Oh, that wasn't too hard. Evangeline should be pleased about this, even if Black isn't.
Угу.
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
I'm sure he's in at the present.
Mm-hmm.
The sheer nerve taking...
The bells are back up, Evangeline.
Oh, you're a credit to the school. I can't wait to hear them. I can't wait for the headmaster to hear them. I wish I could see his face. Future generations may not truly appreciate what you've done, but I do. And I hope that you do as well. You don't know how much this means for me and for Hogwarts.
Мгм. Ну давайте теперь. Пешком дойдем. Мгм.
Mine now, demiguys.
Так. Ну, фиг, здорово.
Professor Fig, the keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle. And I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the port key. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion. You'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't Polyjuice Potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have Polyjuice Potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the ministry on his behalf. Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Нифига, такой бутыль.
How do you feel?
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Now to find the headmaster's house elf.
Do you have a moment, Professor? Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
Places to be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and I
did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable task.
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Блин.
Has anyone seen my ivory-handled hand mirror? Of course you haven't.
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley! What are you doing here? Don't you have, somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor! Yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago. Muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere. On your way, Mr. Weasley.
Well, there's one for my diary.
Да, вот это прикол, блин, вообще.
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Ты чё, блин?
Headmaster?
Oh.
Here, what could he want?
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with, bubo tuber pus makes a fine, mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Something is very wrong with
Да
Professor.
чё за фигня?
Dittany and Boobachuba pass. Mustache paste.
Да блин. Чё с картой? Вообще, чё с мини-картой происходит? То в одно направление меня ведет, то в другое. Угу. Ну и чё? Чё двери-то не открываются? О, наконец-то. Да нет. Не, огонь нигде не работает, бля. И все, смотрите, мы просто тупо встали. Ну давай.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children!
I don't find potions bearable at all.
Так, мы правильно идем или нет сейчас? Да, вроде туда. И чё мне? Да ну нафиг. Мне еще просто тупо не дадут выйти? Ой, блин. Привет, привет, Игнат. Да, чё, бывает, бывает. Сам тоже иногда занят бываю. Так, ну давай, только сейчас вот откройся. Я уже по всему Хогвартсу пробежался. У тебя 9 часов вечера. У меня уже час ночи. Ну и... О, господи, давай. Но мы вот сюда подходим. И все. Ну-ка давайте-ка сохранимся и игру перезапустим. Как у меня дела? Да ничего. Нормально, в принципе. Ой. Есть правда. Так, хотя, думаю, давайте, правда, на сегодня завершим, блин. Завтра уже. Завтра поиграем. И вот... Ой, извиняюсь, а завтра уже на работу. Сегодня давайте я хоть посплю. Выспаться надо. Поэтому, друзья, всем пока. Играйте в хорошие игры. И учитесь хорошо.